significant beginning of what we can look forward to. Let me rope in my guests on the panel. I have with me Subrata Bhattacharya, Dr. Vivek Gupta, Chairman of the Indo-European Group, also joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Deshratan Nigam with us as well. Sharath Kohli is with me in the studio. Himendra Bhatwal also joins us. And Mr. Dachit Chawla and Major General A.K. Sivaj with me as well. Let me begin this conversation with Dr. Vivek Gupta. So what we've seen happen is actually quite significant. The fact that the Prime Minister has landed and they've chosen, all of these communities have chosen to come together to show their support and solidarity to India. So your Hindu, Muslim, Sikhs, all of these communities united by one man.
You see, I would say I have been watching Mr. Narendra Modi Sahab, who is our Honorable Prime Minister, since 2010. In fact, I have been knowing him in the Gidson project when he was Chief Minister. At that time, I think even me had never dreamt that he will become such a dynamic Prime Minister or Prime Minister. He's a workaholic by nature, number one. Secondly, he's a phenomenon. I think in this century, if you compare his popularity, not only in India but outside India, it's a phenomenon. When you call something, I'm a cardiologist also, so when we do a big marvelous work, we say phenomena. This is a phenomenon of the century. So all the Indian communities outside or India, they have come together. I have been witness to his program in Madison Square, where we had about 20,000 people in the Madison Square event, and I was there outside there with a lot of other channels. I was giving the commentary to India directly. At that time, since then 2014, now this is 2019, there is a tremendous change. There is sea change in his popularity. If it was 80% that time, it's now 110%. So there is no doubt that his popularity has grown up, not because of his own nature, but because what he has done for the country. From 2014 to 2019, there have been so many things, and this time he's come with much bigger thumping victory, as better than what he was at. So his policies are pro-human being. His activities are pro-human being. He does not do anything for himself. So when the country comes in picture, and when the whole community, when he's talking of climate change, when he's talking of terrorism, when he's talking of development, when he's talking of poor people, when he's talking of how to eradicate the poverty all over. He's not only thinking of India. At one point of time, we always think of beyond India, the whole community, the whole earth, when you're talking of the whole world. So when he is thinking like that, so he becomes a world leader. So now his popularity, when I was talking, when he was there in Madison Square, I had compared his popularity with Obama. A lot of people laughed at me, that why you thinking that Obama was much more popular in US at that time than Narendra Modi Sahab at that time. But I felt that because of charisma he was having, when he speaks extempore. He does not breathe out. So all these qualities all taken together puts him in a much higher pedestal, even not comparing again with the Trump or anybody else, but when we call answer, we feel proud in talking about him. So what we are going to see, what he's going to speak today, is, of course, we have all to think about it. We know what he's going to talk, but of course his mind is the utmost thing. So when I was talking to Mr. Macron, I would say that since I'm from the European community, I've worked in France for many years. And when I was working in France in 1998, at that time when I used to tell people that I am from India, so they said, okay, India is a very nice country, it's rich in culture, it's rich in heritage. But at that time they think that we are poor people. So that was the stigma that people had added, and I used to feel bad. Now in 2019, when I keep going to Paris again and again, it's a large conferences. In fact, let me tell you that I was supposed to be in HOWDY even today, but for some reasons I could not go there. So today I'm standing here and talking about the people. So when I was talking to Mr. Macron recently when he was in India for a presidential visit, I spoke to him that he was so proud to meet me again when I spoke about in France earlier. So what I'm talking is that although I'm missing Houston, but I'm talking from here. So it's not that I'm trying to butter somebody, but it's, of course he deserves that praise. 50,000 people in HOWDY event. India Texas Forum doing that program. They are collecting the funds from their own. It's not Indian money is going. It's not our tax money. They are collecting the funds. They are feeling so proud. I had a lot of friends in Houston who are ready to host me. So what I mean to say, this program, now with the Energy Capital Houston hosting this program, lot of such CEOs meeting him, lot of such MOUs will be signed. So what we are going to see is a huge, much bigger pedestal.
A very big program, and like I've been saying as well, unprecedented as far as America is concerned. Let me bring in Himendra into the conversation as well. I want to talk about the fact that this is going to be a very key event as far